Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at we're going to be taking a look at how you can beat the Exploding Rage challenge against Vegito in the Mortal Will and Divine Wrath event. So this is a mission that requires you to use 3 of the Exploding Rage category units in your stage, basically. So it's relatively decent. I'd say the Exploding Rage category is pretty small. The best options here are going to be any unit that attack lowers. Remember, the key to beating Vegito is to attack lower him as much as possible. This allows you to reduce his super high base attack line and essentially give yourself a much better chance of defeating him, because the key to kind of defeating Vegito is going to be keeping his attack lowered. Now you can do that through a combination of methods. You can do that through a combination of support memories, units, support items as well. What I've done is I built the whole team around attack lowering, and then I've just basically placed a Krillin singing the beautiful song of Krillin, his beautiful song, and essentially what I've done is I've set Krillin to do his singing voice, and that'll help us out for the first 3 turns. That support memory, remember, reduces enemies attack by 5%, 4% and 3%, so that'll help take a little bit of sting off while we start to ramp up those stacks of attack lowering. Now if you need to know more about how attack lowering works, I will leave a link to a video in the top right hand corner. I should be able to assist you. Now, like I said, outside of obviously attack lowering, there's not too much else you can do. You can bring units that get progressively stronger as well. It does tend to help. So for example, units that stack defense, units that build up their defense, all those sort of things are going to help you out a lot. And of course, units that guard or have very high levels of defense or evasion are also going to be highly advisable, especially for the first couple turns, especially if you are looking to do a no item run, like the one I believe, or like the one I've done. Evasion really different, just everything really different. So yeah, pretty good stuff. Now obviously, you're going to see us use the revive here. The revive, and the reason why we're using the revive is quite straightforward. We're using the revive to help activate the full passive of the Tech World Tournament Goku. Obviously a super duper crucial unit who's really strong, and he's one of the key components of beating the stage quite easily. Is basically having 2 of them, which allows you to lower the attack of Vegito really quite easily, as well as also, of course, giving you the ability to be super strong defensively yourself, because Goku ends up with like 1 million defense and guard after someone revives. So yeah, in terms of Exploding Rage, there's lots of really good choices. We've got the AGL LR Gohan, we've got the Tech LR Goku, the Int LR Super Saiyan Goku is also kind of a viable choice, but a bit more of a gamble. He doesn't really attack lower, so you're relying more on him just kind of being there. Then you've got the physical Ultimate Gohan. Big thing with him is obviously type disadvantage is pretty huge. He does, however, lower attack and defense on his 18 key, so you could maybe float him if you're looking for a super solid option there. You also have units on the extreme side of things as well. You can run a double Tech Zamasu stage. You've got AGL full power Frieza there, you've got Super Buu there, you've got physical Janemba there. So there's some pretty solid options across the board. What I would say to most players is just go with whichever team you can have Exploding Rage characters on that you can reliably attack lower with. The 3 Exploding Rage characters don't necessarily have to attack lower, but if you can bring 3 of them that can, it would be quite helpful. The Strength Super Saiyan Goku is pretty solid as well. And you also have the free-to-play Strength Trunks as well, who again doesn't lower attack but is at least a solid-ish option. So yeah, just I would say avoid physical units if possible, except for maybe like obviously you've got the God Goku, who's a really strong unit, so he's also a super viable option as well. As a lead, just in general, obviously raises his attack and defense, has guard, has the orb changing, but yeah, doesn't lower attack and defense of the enemy. So again, it's just about making sure that you're on top of things in terms of the attack lowering. So I would say as long as you've got 4 units that you can attack lower with, then I think you're probably good to go. You need one set one on each rotation, and then you're going to need to have probably, yeah, you're probably going to need to have then, yeah, one set one on rotation. If you can have one floating in 2 out of 3 turns, you should be okay. It does just make life a bit harder, but it is still possible. So yeah, essentially pretty straightforward stuff. You can see our team build here functioning pretty well. The tech God Goku, the Easy 8 one, works really nicely here because of his ability to, prevent damage. He's got that 77% damage reduction, so he's really good at setting up your team and also being a flexi pick that you can just move around to wherever the most attacks are, especially in the beginning when you don't have lowering attack stats or lowering attack stacks up. He actually does a really good job because he has that ability to really kind of just give a good defensive base for you to work off of. So yeah, really good stuff overall. Honestly, yeah, I think the team does fine. There is a good extreme variation of this team that I just can't run, unfortunately, but you can definitely run a very good extreme variation of this team. So that's obviously something super duper helpful. What I will say is just, yeah, don't panic too much. Prioritize the attack lowering and build around there. So find wherever you can stick 3 exploding rage characters on, whichever team you can prioritize attack lowering on. As long as you can do that, you generally you end up quite solid. At least for me, I think you end up in a pretty strong situation where you have like a good foundation to work off of, and then from there you can kind of twist and change and manipulate the build to kind of suit what's going on. But Earthbred Fighters, Hybrid Sans Goku's family is a really good one. Those are probably my top tier category picks. Otherwise, if you've got Tech Zamasu, then you can go, Tech Zamasu, AGL Zamasu, and you're basically set and ready to go from there. So yeah, that's gonna be it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, you can leave a like, and yeah, until the next one, I will see you guys in the next video. So until then, as always, take care, stay safe, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have the best of time. I'll see you next time. Bye.